What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back. And from TMZ, Lil Nas X, sorry trans community, transitioning joke a little too far. So this guy made a joke about transitioning on his Twitter and immediately capitulated, immediately bent the knee, started apologizing because it doesn't matter that he is one of the main components of this agenda. It doesn't matter that they tricked little kids into loving his music and then sold them this quite literal, demonic, weirdo, gay guy sliding down a pole to hell. They sold, shoes, Nike sneakers with human blood in them. Of course, Nike objected to that, but that's a different story. Doesn't matter that he is one of the main driving forces behind this agenda because, like I always say, you can parrot 99 out of 100 talking points, but if you don't get all 100, they're going to sell you down the river, and it doesn't even matter that this was just a joke. These people do not take jokes, right? Not at their expense. They can joke about you. They can quite literally go on The View and joke about getting rid of anybody who's pro-life, to put it nicely, and that's just a joke. Don't worry about it. But when Lil Nas X, who is very clearly a driving force behind this agenda, makes a joke, he immediately apologizes. These people are absolute cowards, and they always eat their own without fail. Just like we know that all of their talking points and all of their agendas, if taken to their logical conclusion, will undoubtedly conflict with another one of theirs, right? Because it just doesn't make sense. But that's the point, right? Is to just get you to obey. So this guy does everything for the agenda, but eventually makes one bad joke and immediately apologizes. And will apologizing be enough? Maybe in his case, because he has done so much work, but he still has to show the world. He has to pledge his allegiance to the people that basically made him famous. This is absolutely despicable. And this comes on the heels of another story from Lil Uzi Vert. As long as we're on the topic of weirdo, demonic rappers, I guess, he said, he had a satanic verse or something and then came out and said, well, it's just art. It's just art. That's what they always do. I'm not really a devil worshiper. It was just it was just art. I'm sober now, whatever. They have all these excuses in the book. None of it makes any sense. And this guy makes one little joke that even if you were part of the transformer community, you would have thought, well, he's one of us. It's kind of funny. And they just cannot do it. You are not allowed to have anything outside of, oh my God, you are so amazing. Let me bow at your feet like Drew Barrymore and Dylan Mulvaney. Anything outside of that will be met with criticism. And they are ready, willing, and able to use violence. They are. We saw another lady on TikTok recently who, I don't know, she's, I guess, a big TikTok influencer who called out Jeffrey Marsh, who was absolutely despicable. That's an entirely different story. But she called him out, and I believe she's huge on TikTok, like millions of followers. She called him out, and then quote unquote allies started threatening her children. And we're talking about a Muslim lady wearing a hijab, right? So she should have all the victim cards in the world. But because she called out a 50-year-old man enticing children to buy his Patreon so they could talk about weirdo sexual things in private, she calls that out, and they come after her like no other, even though she is supposed to have all the victim cards. Lil Nas X is supposed to have all the victim cards, right? He's a gay black man. Of course, he's filthy rich. He's a rapper. He's a product of the establishment, and he has done nothing but push the agenda at every single opportunity. And one joke, they force him to apologize instead of just letting it roll off their back. This is, how did we get here? Right? They hate Dave Chappelle, obviously, but he's not gay. So, we're not going to even give him the benefit of the doubt. And like I said, I think one apology will do it for him, but one apology would never do it for Dave Chappelle, not for this community. Because as soon as you apologize, they're just going to keep asking for more, right? It's never going to stop. Once they smell blood in the water, you could donate $500,000. And I realize Kyrie Irving donating to a different grievance organization is apples and oranges. But my point is, once you apologize, that's just the first in a long line of apologies that you will never be able to crawl your way out of. You will be forever indebted. Or you could just say, kick rocks. That's your only way out. Lil Nas X is known to crack jokes online, but even the Old Town Road rapper knew his joke about transitioning crossed the line. So he's issuing an apology. Oh yeah, he knew. This is what he said. This is the tweet, the deleted tweet. The surgery was a success. Little heart emojis, and it's some girl that kind of looks like him. That's the joke, right? Who was really offended by this? I don't know, right? It's kind of like that other story of them trying to cancel Natural Woman, and then come out and say, oh, that Twitter account was parody, even though it wasn't. It just got so much backlash. And that's what needs to happen, is that there needs to be more look, I can't believe this is like when I defended Don Lemon from his cancellation because he said something about Nikki Haley. Meanwhile, Wajid Ali says Nikki Haley is a white supremacist and he doesn't get canceled, right? So Don Lemon says Nikki Haley is past her prime and he's got to be on timeout. He needs to take a couple days off because that was inappropriate. I couldn't believe I was defending Don Lemon. And now I can't believe I'm defending Lil Nas X. Because he is the picture of a weirdo demonic rapper stripping for Satan. He makes one joke and he has to apologize. Bro, you shouldn't have apologized. And maybe I'm not defending you. You shouldn't have apologized. You should have told these people to kick rocks and take a joke. You need to, I mean, kind of like this, in a weird way, sort of reminds me of Jeffree Star, right? Jeffree Star, male makeup guru who kind of looks like a lady, says the pronoun stuff is nonsense and is unapologetic about it. Why don't you just be unapologetic about the joke you made? It was okay. You are one of them. You need to be like, I am one of you. Just cool it. It's all right. So I don't know if I'm defending Lil Nas X or not because this is the timeline we're in. None of it makes any sense, and that's the whole point. LNX had originally posted a photo of social media influencer Glow Princess and quipped the surgery was a success, causing many clueless fans to believe he'd actually undergone a gender-changing procedure, which wouldn't be that far-fetched. When fans in the know began firing off angry tweets after angry tweet, Lil Nas owned up to his blender. He responded, "Apologies to the trans community. I definitely handled that situation with anger instead of considering why it was not cool. Much love to you guys. Sorry." Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All the weirdo delusional people out there, I'm so sorry. Right? Tell these people to kick rocks, bro. You were literally in the position to where you were one of the few people who can make that joke, and you choose not to because you're a coward. You're an establishment hack, shill, loser, coward, unfortunately. And I guess in a roundabout way, I am sort of defending you because they shouldn't have come at your throat like that for a joke. But I'm also not defending you because you should have been able to stand on your own too and said, that was, you know what? Maybe it wasn't funny, but so what? I have the right to say whatever I want to say. It was a joke. That's the homegirl. Whatever. You don't have to capitulate to every single thing these people do, bro. Stop acting like a weirdo. Or, I mean, fine, act like a weirdo, but stand on it. Don't capitulate when one angry person writes a tweet, right? Who's some weirdo boy dressed up like a girl in his mom's basement in the middle of the country? Like, what does it matter? What's odd about his original tweet is Lil Nas X endured plenty of offensive tweets himself when he came out as gay. But then he has a kid, as I understand it, so. But whatever, nothing matters. Nothing matters anymore. The words don't mean anything. Just obey. Whatever we say goes, even if it's in direct opposition to what we said yesterday. Just accept it because we're in charge, as is with everything. But looks like a case of lesson learned. So they're not going to rake him over the coals because he has done so much for the agenda and has done so much to brainwash kids. So one apology is going to be enough for him, and he's probably not going to have to donate $500,000 like some other people might have to if they had made a joke. And a lot of people, fortunately though, like Dave Chappelle, they have the FU money so they don't really have to do anything. But this is just so weird, bro. This guy has done everything to trick kids, to brainwash kids and manipulate kids. And then he makes one joke and they're like, you need to apologize. And he does. Absolutely disgusting. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.